this is Ilan, and this video is on MLM marketing. Is it a scam? Is it a way to make millions of dollars? The interesting thing about MLM marketing is that depending on who you talk to, you get two completely different answers, and never anything in the middle. You either get that people hate it, they detest it, they think it's the worst thing in the world, and on the other end, you get this unbelievable love for it and passion where people believe they're gonna have seven-figure incomes off of it. It's almost like a cult-like following. Before we go any further, please like and subscribe. It would mean a lot, and also check out these awesome watches from Egard Watch Company. The first time I came into contact with MLM marketing was when this buddy of mine came over to my house roughly 15 years ago, and he starts pitching me on this idea that's gonna make us millionaires, and he's super into it, and he's really convincing actually. He's talking about how we'll have financial freedom, passive income, have to work part-time, travel the world, and we'll have seven-figure businesses, and all we have to do is sign up to this program and then get other people to sign up to this program. Actually, he pitched it in a way that we'll have a store, and then people under us will convince people under us to open stores, and then they'll convince people under them. Every time that someone else opens a store and sells things, that it moves up the chain and we'll make money. Now, immediately just looking at the structure of what was going on, even back then, I could recognize this as a pyramid scheme. Now, these are normally illegal, but because things like Amway and the other MLM programs and network marketing programs actually have you sell things, it's legal. So it's not technically a scam if you look at it that way, because you are selling things, but it is a pyramid-based structure, and any MLM person who you talk to will admit this. They'll tell you that the way you make money is not by single-level marketing, aka selling products, but instead by recruiting people to then recruit people to then recruit people. What's the problem here? Value is not actually created. When you sell a product, if you start a brand and you sell something, there's an exchange happening. You're giving someone something, you're getting something. In MLM marketing, that's not really taking place. What you're actually doing is selling a dream that the person who you're signing up can then go sell a dream to someone else so that they can sign more people up, and so on and so on and so on. So nothing is ever really created. And that's my fundamental problem with MLM marketing. I'm gonna get into more detail as to what's happening lately with MLM marketing, which really bothers me, which is far more disingenuous and far more insidious. Fast forward to 2020, I jump on Bumble Biz because I'm trying to meet people in my area. Bumble Biz is a entrepreneurial kind of meet people app, social app. And this guy's profile pops up, who's actually a friend of mine, and we're already connected on Facebook, and we just hadn't really talked. So it seemed serendipitous. So we match, I start talking to him, and he's a great guy, and he goes, hey man, you know, we seem to be on the same path mentally. I don't meet a lot of people who kind of think the way I do, and I'm just wondering, do you have a mentor? How did you get to this place in your life where you've started businesses and you've been successful? So I tell him, I've started brands, they've done very well. I've worked hard. I got into real estate once I made some money, and I kind of tell him how I made money. And he goes, man, that's awesome. I met these mentors, and he starts talking about these mentors, this couple who have changed my life and granted me financial freedom, and they make 8 figures a month in some case, and they live these fantasy wonderful lives, is how he's pitching it to me. And then he starts going even further. They've changed my life, they're involved in my life, and they're doing all this great stuff. So I'm like, wow, mentor sounds great. And then he asks me, hey, do you have a mentor? And I go, no, I don't have a mentor. I've always kind of wanted one. I see all these people who have mentors and it's changed their lives, and it seems like a great thing to have. And he goes, yeah, my mentors are super, super selective, but you seem like the type of guy I'd be willing to put in front of them. So I go, okay, awesome. I'd love to meet them. This really sounds great. And he goes, okay, but because they're so selective, there's a couple things you have to do to make sure that you're a good fit before I pitch you and go forward with them. So I say, sure, whatever it takes, man, I'd really love to meet your mentors. And he goes, okay, well, first step, step 1, you have to read this book, and you have 2 days to read it. And the reason we're making you read this book is to see if you actually do the work, if you're able to read a book in 2 days. Because most people won't. Most people just aren't willing to put in the work. So I go ahead, I read the book, 2 days later we come back. Now, I have no idea this conversation is gonna go in this direction. I think it's about mentorship and about becoming a better person and about whatever way they built this financial freedom. And then he starts talking about how these people, these mentors, have a network of other rich people and how they mentor people to be part of their network. And I'm like, okay, well, this is starting to sound not what I expected. And so he starts using the same words that my friend used 15 years ago. Financial freedom, passive income. You could travel the world and go on vacation. Now, these words sound very, very, very familiar. And essentially what we do is, you know, you look at all these amazing people in life who've succeeded, they have people under them who they go and mentor and train to go be successful, and then those people mentor people under them to go train and become successful. And he uses real life examples like in the rap industry and all these other industries where people have trained people under them to become business owners and be successful. And he goes, is that something that interests you? I go, yeah, of course that's something that interests me. You know, if Mark Cuban is going to take me and teach me how to run businesses and start businesses to turn my business into the type of businesses he has, or Elon Musk or any of these people, of course. Why? Because they're creating value in the world. And he goes, okay, well, that's what we're doing. We're essentially recruiting people, and they're going to open their own stores, and then they're going to recruit people, and they're going to recruit people, and they're going to recruit people, and it's all going to come back up. And every time someone else recruits someone, you get money from that situation. Now, when they sell product, you get a small percentage of it. And in my head, I'm right away going, okay, just visually, I think of recruiting to recruit to recruit to recruit. It's a pyramid. That's what it is. It's a pyramid scheme. So I kind of stop it on the spot. I tell them, hey man, I know you're a good guy. Unfortunately, this is not for me. I'm interested in businesses that create value, not businesses where the entire purpose of what you're doing is to sell someone an idea or a dream that they can go do the same thing by selling other people an idea or a dream. And the conversation took a turn, kind of a little bit more uncomfortable, and it kind of ended there, and we haven't spoken since. Here's the interesting thing. Since then, I've been back on BumbleBiz, and I've done the math. 30% of the people who talk to me are MLM recruiters. And the interesting thing is they all have the exact same pitch. Hey, I've got this mentor, they're a couple over here, they've completely changed my life. It's always a couple, the mentorship for some reason. And they're really selective of who they want to bring on. And I've been running through it with each person just to see how similar it is in each case. They all tell me to read the same book, they all have the exact same pitch, and they all use the exact same words. Financial freedom, they kind of sell you on this dream, 7-figure-a-month business. Your life's gonna have passive income and you can go on vacation and travel all the time. Here's what pisses me off. You approach it selling this insane dream when the statistics just don't back it up. 90% of people on MLM do not make money. In fact, most lose money because they have to invest their own money into getting it going. Only a small, tiny percentage of the people who do make money make over $5,000 in 5 years. $5,000 in 5 years. The statistical chances of becoming a millionaire off MLM are very, very low. And you would constantly be having to refresh the people under you because the drop-off rate is so high because people get tired of it because they realize it's statistically very hard to make money. You live in this perpetual existence of every single person you meet having to pitch them. Now, here again is the thing that pisses me off. It's disingenuous and it's insidious to create this fake mentorship program where you're sucking people in and you're going on these apps and you're acting like you're people's friends just so you can create a larger network under you to get profit. At the end of the day, I don't care what business you're in or how you're trying to make money, just do it from a truthful place. So my verdict on MLM marketing, is it a scam? No, not necessarily. Is it unethical? Perhaps a little bit in nature, but the real problem with MLM marketing is the way it's marketed and the way it's approached. I find it to be entirely disingenuous and take advantage of people. It not only sells them an unrealistic dream, which is in itself disingenuous, it's now doing it through this new approach of fake mentorships, which really takes advantage of people who are vulnerable or people looking for guidance or people looking for mentorship. So stay away from these fake mentorship scams. Stay away from people selling you a dream of passive income and 7-figure businesses in a year. If you enjoyed this video, if you felt like there was some good info, please like and subscribe. I really want to do a lot more content like this. And thank you for watching.